Every time I start a video, I'm always like, what am I going to say? What am I going to say? I edit very rarely. I often just go off the cuff, and I'm pretty sure I'm just going to go off the cuff with this. So what I have here is a new offering from Jake Hoback. Jake Hoback Knives. This is his new Kwaiback MK6. I think it's just been released with new material that I'm excited to check out. It's the Short Touch, the Ultrex Short Touch. But without further ado, because I know you guys always bellyache and complain that I talk too much and not open it, but I wanted to show you guys the presentation. If you've never bought a Hoback knife, in the past he's done it with leather sheaths, leather wraps. Recently he's been doing the boxes with his logo on it, his signature axe. You get like your card signed by Jake. This actually looks like he signed this himself. That's pretty cool. So that means a little bit of quality assurance there. So what I have is the Kwaiback MK6. Here are the materials. So you guys want to take a quick look at that. And then, and his commitment to quality, right? So he lays it out all on the line for you guys right here. Full disclosure, the man. Met Jake back in 2013, so at Blade Show. There's Jake. At first, when I saw this patch is kind of cool that he gives you this patch. I thought this Japanese samurai was giving me the middle finger. Put that over there. He gives you the tools, and by the way, these tools actually work with my older Kwaibacks. Yes, I got a ton of them. Comes in a nice foam padded case. And there it is. All right, let's take a look at this. So this is the Kwaiback MK6. So they did some changes to the previously released MK5. I think the biggest change is that they're using this new material, as you can see right here. This is the Ultrex Short Touch in red. Now they have it also in jade. I think they have it in silver. I forget what he calls it, but it's silver. It almost looks like titanium, but it's the Short Touch. So it's Short Touch by Ultrex is a G10, right? Modified so that it's got rubber in it, and you might be able to see it, probably not. To me, this looks like regular G10 except for the coloring, and it's supposed to have a anti-slip, more grip properties. And to be honest, initially, just touching here, to me, this feels like regular G10. But you know where you feel the difference? Right here. See the layering? You can absolutely feel the grip of the rubber that's combined in the G10. So they use this material for knives, of course, and for gun handles, not handles, but the stuff that they put on the grips. But yeah, that's the new one. That's the Short Touch. This is available in the MK6. And again, they have different colors. I believe they even have like a desert tan, right? So they have all kinds. Basically, this material they can make in whatever color. Now, it is a Kwaiback, so it's got the signature, and I'll do a comparison with my other Kwaibacks. It's got the signature Kwaiback design, very Japanese, tanto shape, beautiful. This blade is M390, and it's got a DLC black stonewash on the blade, also on the titanium. This is titanium. Let's go over some of what's going on here with this one, which is pretty much standard with any Kwaiback, with any Hoback knives. It's got the roller detent, the Hoback roller detent. It's got a steel insert, right, to extend the life of your lockup, also to prevent over travel, right? It won't go any further. Titanium pocket clip, signature Hoback axe logo. I think that's what he calls it. I don't know what he calls it. Love the fullers, not the fullers, but they're kind of like the fullers on the, whatever you call that, the milled out section on the handle, which is again signature for the Kwaiback. So I've had a Kwaiback. Again, my first Kwaiback was in 2013. Back then, people were butchering the name because it wasn't completely established yet. I think Jim was mispronouncing it, calling it something else. I was probably mispronouncing it, but it's Kwaiback, right? It's a Quaken or Kaken and Hoback. But this came up, and I love it because I don't have anything in this color. I don't have any knives in this color. And to me, and if you saw my post on Instagram, I thought it reminded me of Deadpool. Just black and red. Now, this is more like an eggplant color. They call it, I think they call it a red short touch. But it's more burgundy, more red wine color, but subtle nevertheless, right? Very cool looking. I like the dark DLC black stonewash on the blade. Very nice. Got some grip. Overall length on this bad boy, 9 inches. The blade length is 3.75. What are the changes? So I know I was reading up on Jake's website, so they changed the screws. So these are new screws, different from the MK5s. So these screws are a little bit wider, I believe, and a little bit stronger. I also like that it's, and you might see it in my other Kwaibacks, they're also coated black. So it's nice. It kind of blends in nicer with the titanium. A lot of the changes that Jake did on the MK6 from the MK5 is because of customer requests. So he listens to us. So one of the things he changed is the pivot barrel. I think, is it the pivot barrel? The pivot barrel is now a D shape. So it's anti-spin. So it's a lot easier when you're changing it, you're maintaining it, and you can't figure it out. You know how some knives have the two torques and you have to do this thing and then you know you're trying to figure out how to center it. The way he designed it now, it's got a D-shape anti-spin pivot barrel, and now it's no guesswork, so you can get it pretty much dead nut centered every single time. If that's what you do, if you guys like maintaining your knives, which I do occasionally. I'm not insane like some of you guys, but the first thing some of you guys do is take down the knives, look at the innards. I get it. I love it too. I'm the same way. Right, he does have ceramic pivot bearings inside. Very nice. Now, pivot bearings, I believe the bearings are also ceramic, right? But a lot of knife makers tell me this, including my good friend NCC Knives, Nick Chuprin. He says it doesn't really make a difference. You know, it's more for the customer because in our minds, it's ceramic, it's better. But a lot of knife makers will tell you that the ceramic bearings and the steel bearings doesn't really make a difference. Yeah, and that's it. He also did some lightning pockets. Let's see if we can see it right there. Inside the titanium. Right, of course he didn't do it here because this is the light material of the short touch. But on the titanium, you can see all the lightning pockets in there. Make it a little bit lighter. Just a little bit lighter. Very smooth. It is drop down shut. You got to be very careful. Just really well made. Look at that. So he's got a titanium backspacer, and of course he's got a lanyard loop. He also made some changes here. So now the screws don't go into the titanium. What does it go into? I think it goes into like a standoff inside the titanium. So you're not tightening the screws on the titanium. Titaniums don't have the whatchamacallit, how do you say that? I can't remember. I can't remember what it's called. But anyway, it's in the titanium. There's some kind of a standoff in there where, so basically you're tightening the screws. Boom, boom. Of course, you wouldn't do it on the G10, and he doesn't do it on the titanium. It's inside there. There's a standoff inside the backspacer. Nice backspacer. I love the DLC coating. I don't believe I have a Hoback that's DLC coated. Action is nice. Very nice. Got some nice jimping. This is an aggressive looking knife, folks. Very aggressive looking. and absolutely can feel. When you guys get it, you'll see what I'm talking about. You can feel the difference in the Sure Touch right here in the grip. And on the inside here, where the milled out section is, these fullers. All right, so that's the MK6. You want to see comparisons? Let's do some comparisons. I am a big fan of the Kwaibacks. Let's go back to the first one. So this is my very first one from 2013, Blade Show. The first time I met the man. Jake is such a nice gentleman. If you guys ever had the pleasure, you know this guy, he just oozes good. He's just a good-natured person. So I love him for that. I consider him a very good friend. Over the years, we've developed a relationship. I mean, how many makers, when you see him at the show, come running up to you, goes, "Hey, man." Well, I get that a lot, but not too many. Nick Chopper doesn't run to me, only because he can't run up to me. He's got to get his cardio up, my poor friend over there. But Jake is one of the guys that he just makes you feel good, you know? You go to a show, and that's what Blade Show is about, and I've missed like the last few. And just hanging out with friends, hanging out with knife makers. Right off the top of my head, I'm thinking of Mark Begg, one of my good friends, Butch Ball. These are gentlemen that have developed relationships over the years. Edison Barajas, Victor Barajas. And I'm just thinking off the cuff. I apologize if I forget some people, but Jeremy Horton. Hey, Wieners. These are just the awesome experiences I get at Blade Show. But yeah, this was a custom open bid that I got from Jake at Blade Show 2013. This is completely handmade, hand ground, and you can tell, you might be able to tell, you can see there's like some blade scratches over there. That's a custom made knife, right? The lines aren't like so crisp. Again, Jake was only a few years in, so pretty good. It's got the hand rub setting going that way, and then the blade grinds going that way. He probably hand rubbed that too, and he's got the satin finish on the handles, which is coming back. My liberation from Ramon Chavez is a nice satin finish that a lot of people, I forget what they call it, White Knight. They're calling it some crazy name now. Maybe not White Knight. That doesn't sound appropriate. But yeah, this is also hand polished by Jake. This is not the one I wanted. I'm sorry, I did, but me and Nick were bidding on both knives, me and Nick Lynn, Menevade. So we were bidding for this one, and then we were bidding for another one, which Nick won. And I'll show you that in a second. So this is the one that Nick got, not this one, but it looked very much like this, very tactical, very camo looking with the ano. But this was an order. In 2014, Jake called me after this one. He goes, "Hey, your order's up." You know, that was the day when Jake used to take orders. He might still take orders, but this was a custom order I got 2014 around that time. And he was so cool. And you know what he was so cool about? He was getting rising in popularity by this time. He still honored the book price, meaning whatever the price was when he opened the books, he honored it. I want to say it was like $4 something for a handmade knife, which is insane, and just the man is just very full of integrity, and he took care of me. And you can see the differences here, right? I mean, this is handmade, this is custom, this is custom. Look at the pivots, look at the differences, right? This one has the Hoback rolling detent. That goes way back, man. That was 2013. This has the rolling detent plus the inserts. Not sure if this is the first time he did that. The clips are the same, exactly the same, but there are some changes with the newer knives. But anyway, essentially the same knife, right? But you can see that the design is there. It stayed. Then he made a Midtech. This is his, what he called, remember when they were calling them custom techs, because, you know, Midtech was getting like a bad rap. So he said, you know, I'm going to call it a custom tech. So this was a custom tech. This was anodized by Joe Bananas. So I don't remember when I got this. but that's another one. So it didn't come like this, but this is full titanium, right? And you can see that the clip, here's the changes in the clip. All right, clip's a little bit slightly bigger, slightly wider, but the design is there. Look at the pivot difference. Again, this is a Midtech, right? A Midtech run. Right? Does this oh yeah, look at that. Interesting. So see, custom pivot, custom pivot. This custom only had one, kind of like a custom pivot. I don't know that. I mean, Jay could have made that too. But this is a Midtech run. Running out of room here. Let me go up. Then I got this one. This was the Custom Knife Factory one. So this was a collaboration between Custom Knife Factory and Jake Hoback. Jake sent him his CAD files, and they produced this in Custom Knife Factory, which everyone knows is Chinese produced, but still very well made. So this funny story about this is that this, like the LT, I forget what LT stands for. This was part of Jake's CAD files, and that wasn't supposed to be put there. But, you know, Custom Knife Factory, they just ran with the CAD files, put it through the CNC, and all this stuff stayed there. I think the SOM was supposed to stay there. I forget what the LT stands for, but that was just supposed to be removed. You don't see that in Jake's knife, but a very nice run. Again, different iteration on the pocket clip. This one has a detent ball, very similar to like a Bag Knives, right? Mark and his brother did that. This was the idea of Custom Knife Factory, not Jake. He probably said, you know what, Jake? I'm gonna put a detent ball on there, which it almost looks like it's designed to be done that way, to be made that way. And Custom Knife Factory said, you know what, we're gonna put it. Now it's there. It doesn't sit flush. So most pocket clips with a detent ball, actually, I guess it's just for show, because as you can see, it doesn't even really at all protrude on the other side. So it's just for show, not really for function. A lot of the detent balls is on the other side, so they're kind of like rolls out of your pocket. Now these are all the Kwaibacks that I own over the years. Bam! As you can see, I'm a fan. As you can see, I'm a fan. Now, this is a custom order. It's not a Kwaiback. This is an A15. Originally, I was in the books with Jake for an A10. But, you know, Napoleon Complex, I wanted to go with an A15. I wanted a monster. I was actually in talks with a guy on the Facebook group for, I forget, knife trading or something. Some guy has a Husky. I was like, damn, I'm so tempted. I'm so tempted to get a Husky. Because I've checked out the Husky. I think the Husky's pretty much this A15, but on steroids, I believe. Tell me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure. But this is a custom order from Jake. This is another one out. I had two in the books, Kwaiback and the A10, but I went with the A15. Very nice. Awesome. Put it like that. Oh, maybe put it like that. Get the whole family in there. Family picture. Yeah, I'm a fan. So yeah, so this is the latest one, folks. The MK6. So he's going to have them available in different materials in the Ultrex. So if you're interested in that, he has a jade green one too that look pretty sexy. I'm not sure if they're all coated with the DLC, but it's pretty nice. They're all M390 steels. I believe this is M390 steel. This Custom Knife Factory. But you see, yeah, I didn't have one in a black blade, so I got one now in the family. And I didn't have one in G10. This is carbon fiber inlays. I didn't have one in this G10. Now it is short touch. But very cool, very happy to add this to the collection. Yeah, you guys got to check it out. Let's see, what else? What's change? See, this one has like the pit. So this was designed, the Custom Tech was designed, Jake designed it so that you can maintain it on the fly. So that's why he went with these pivots, right? So you can just use like a penny or a dime to adjust it. And you can see there, one's bigger than the other. 1, 2. 1, 2. So you can see now this, because it's D-shaped, barreled, you don't have to. Now you're just going to adjust it on one side of the Torx. All right, folks. Just want to share with you the new baby in the family, the Kwaiback MK6. Peace.